Swagger in. Good afternoon.
Just swaggering in.
Swaggering in.
Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
I'm Ian.
And today is our strength and swings class where we take our kettlebells, we push them overhead, we swing them around, we do some get-ups, we do lots of different things with our bells. But first, let's warm up with our body weight.
It's the body weight.
We have our kettlebells, both a light and a little bit heavier off to the side. Until then, take it away.
Do you have one bell? Do you have two bells? Let us know. Put a comment in. Maybe we even need to start with a double bell practice, Lauren.
Maybe one day.
Double bells. But for now, it's the bare-handed warm-up to start. Start in a stance comfortable for you. I'm narrow. Lauren's a more wider squatting stance. Start with the palms facing forward. And low effort, elevate or shrug the shoulders. Then round them forward. Then pull them down and lightly retract. In that retracting moment, pull the rib cage down just a little bit. Then elevate or shrug, keep the elbows straight and palms forward as you round or protract forward, and then down, and finish one more together, and making sure we avoid the rib flare or the lean back. Then for two in a row, let's reach down, let's reach forward or protract, elevate, shrug, retract, squeeze the blades together, and then one more time, down and forward, and elevate, retract, and let gravity relax and take you to somewhere in between all of those places and those wiggles. I'm going to open my stance now. At the head, I'm going to rotate, and following that with a rotation at the torso. Hands across the body, lightly retract the blades, and rotate the head one direction. Then keep the hips forward and rotate through the torso next. Go head to center, torso to follow. Repeat. Maintain your breathing in a chin tuck rotation head, and then that rib cage or T-spine. Head center, body follow. One last time from this position, rotate head, turn the torso, then head center, body follows, and last time other side. We'll do this again later today as you rotate through the rib cage, then the head back center, and torso. As in the get up, we'll do it from that lunge. One more thing for me before we hand it over to Lauren, coming back up to those shoulders. Start with the blades and low effort elevate the shoulders as a shrug. Then pull those armpits down and then make fists with the hands. Then bend on the wrists next. Do our biceps curl and take a quick moment here. Hands will be in this position, or thumbs up in a sense, when we hold a kettlebell in a goblet. But when we press, we want our pinky or those knuckles to face the ceiling. Elevate those shoulders, but pull them down when we press, and elbow tips towards forward. Hold for a second. Repeat, or return rather, elbows to the ribs, then open the fingers, then extend on the wrists, and slowly straighten out on the elbow. Low effort, retract those blades. Reach those hands backwards towards one another. Then, at the fingers, make a fist. At the wrist, do our bend. Then biceps curl. Pull the elbows low, elbow tips towards forward, and this time think of your swing where the shoulder blades retract, the fingers open up, the wrists extend, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those shoulder blades together with the arms out front, and return down low. We'll load our kettlebell in just a second, but more body weight with Lauren here. Clear your space, and let's continue.
Let's warm up those squat legs for a second, and then let's return to the lunge legs. So with your feet in your squat position, whatever that's comfortable for you, let's pull ourselves down. As we're doing this, let's hang out and just talk about it. This morning I was doing these squats in real life, and my client said, "Am I too wide?" And I said, "Whatever's comfortable for you." Press to tall. That's the conversation. But what you might notice is that as we get warmed up in these hips and ankles, you may change your squat stance. It may become a little bit narrower throughout your practice or throughout your time of practicing and training body weight and kettlebell skills. Mine's changed over time, so don't be afraid to adjust. Let's do one more squat. We were just kind of pushing a knee towards over toe here, a knee towards over toe. Extend, drive those legs in, push the arms out, and to tall. If you want to have in-person conversations like that one, visit us in Guelph, or send us an email, or join the chat feature to ask your questions there. Let's take a single leg and step it back into our high lunge position. We have that vertical front shin, the front leg pulling in, the back hip pushing forward. Feel that scissor tension. Let's stay here for a second, and could we find a balance on that front toe? And then heel will come down. Let's pull the floor together and find that mid station. Same idea, square to the front of the room. Try to find the rise on the front foot. Heel comes down. Hover just off the floor. One more time, rise. Heel down, soft landing. Whew. Let's pull our front leg, drifting our knee towards over toe, keeping that back hip extended. Then push into the floor, sending yourself back to tall. Heel toe that leg open to the side, and we'll warm up our windmill. That was get up and windmill in the same. Rotations. Arm across chest. Just as before, blades are together. Head rotates to that leg. Body rotates. Next, use your hips, pushing your hips back, hinging. Hand will find the floor. Once it finds the floor, stack yourself on top. Feel that load as if you could sweep your back leg through. Next, head will look at the hand on the floor, and then that upper body will rotate, knee stays to the side. Head will rotate open, upper body will rotate back open. Let's just for a second try to find the floor with our elbow. Where was that hand in distance in relation to your knee? This is approximately where we want it when we're doing our get up. You're back to your hand, press the floor away, head and shoulders square up, front foot squares up. Let's try a hover position off the floor first. We're pushing forward and back here. Feel that back cheek, that underside of cheek. Continue pressing to tall. Give a little shake. Same thing on that second side. Other leg steps back. In our long lunge first, vertical front shin. Feel the pull tension together as you bring yourself down, but first a demi-point rise, and then control the down. Mid station here, back hip extended, back cheek squeezed. Find that light balance. Down. One more time, bottom of our lunge, light rise, down, and then landing on the floor. We'll do one pull, keeping that front leg pulling as we go knee towards over toe, back hip extended square, press back, getting to tall. Front leg, heel toes open to the side. Same arm as leg across chest. Break down the rotation first. Head rotates, then that upper body. Hinge on the hips, hand will find the floor, stack over top, think about doing that sweep through with the bottom leg, and then head looks at the hand on the floor, upper body rotates closed, head open, shoulders open, we're in that stacked windmill, press the floor away, oh no, you're right, keep the hand on the floor, find your elbow.
That's a tough rotation.
It is a tough rotation, then find the hand again, press the floor away, head to center, shoulders to center, heel toe that leg closed. You know what time it is, push forward and back to hover. Hold, then whoop, up to tall. Excellent, I'd like to do one more move in my warm up. Prepare those wrists for that full weight on the hands. Let's use our hinge, chop chop. Hang out here for a second. 10 toes heavy on the floor, nice and spread out, gripping the floor with your feet. Tailbone to the ceiling, vertical shins. Now without moving anywhere, think about using your abs and lightly tucking under or rounding that low back because you're using your abs. Then drive your femurs through the ceiling and gently tip your tailbone to the ceiling. Let's do that one more time, light tuck under. And then light tip of the hips, tailbone to ceiling. Then slowly break the rules, walk yourself forward. Since we've already placed our hands down like this, let's do a full rotation, hands or fingertips facing your knees. All 10 fingers are gripping the floor nice and strong. Push them down, push them down, push them down. Shoulders out of your ears, elbows straight. Keep those fingers heavy and gently sit back, but keep your palms heavy on the floor. Use your fingers to press yourself forward. And now this time, let's add a light elbow bend. And could we sit back with that, keeping the palms down for now? And then slowly peeling the hands away. And light flick of the wrists, giving that a little shake. All right, since we're already on the floor, might as well get started with our get-ups.
I'm in.
So, get a load that's feeling right for you. If you don't know how to pattern your get-up, let's do it body weight. If you're feeling your groove, you've been working on this for the past number of weeks with us, great job. Keep going. All right, No matter what weight or big or heavy or none, let's start in our cuddle position. From our cuddle, we roll this our belt to our back and we press it with 2 hands. That off arm is heavy on the floor, heavy left leg or leg. As you drive into the floor, press to your elbow. Find your hand. We push down to bridge up and sweep. Hand leaves floor, square up to the front, leg included, pushing forward and back. Tall lunge, come back down, same pattern in reverse lunge. Step, rotate, hinge, sweep, elbow. Now remember, this isn't a crunch down. We push away from our elbow to find the floor. 2 hands pull down, 2 hands cuddle. Whoa. Return that bell down.
I like swiveling those legs over top of the bell, adjusting a little bit. Protect the head, protect your noggin. From there, we'll cuddle on the other side, and it starts with Lauren's cuddle and the armpit pull, 2-handed press. Lauren cued that hip drive, so push through the foot, pull on the elbow. Tall sit, it's that sweep, press the floor away, square up head, shoulders and hips, full tall stand. Then step back, pull yourself down, windmill open, hinge, sweep, elbow, and avoid the crunch, and instead think plank on the way down instead. Elbow to the floor. We like get-ups with hands and legs, but then on this one, no hands if you can challenge yourself that way.
So over the past couple weeks, we've been progressing our skills. Next week, we're gonna put it all together. Combo platter will be served. Until then, we have a couple things just to put together and finesse. So tonight, round 1, let's do a set of our 2-handed swings to start.
2-handed swings. We'll go I go, you go. We'll be doing a set of 5, then a set of 10. Follow Lauren or follow me and stay tuned for the cues. Tip the bell, pull it to the zipper, fire it through with immense power. The feet are heavy, the core is braced, the exertion when that kettlebell is flinging away from your body.
Whew, first set. Biggest thing on these, 1 second.
Little more room. Thank you, Lauren. Make sure those spaces
Safety
are clear.
first here at
5
Bars
reps.
and Bells.
Timios.
5 2-handed swings. Making sure when you do your swings, your hips are coming back every time. You want that power from here.
Load up the slingshot.
What did we say?
And pull the back.
10?
We did a set of 5 each, and if that's for you, do it again. Or let's do another set of 10. Heavy through the feet, straight elbows. You can see that on Lauren's side profile. And with the door frame as reference, she's tall. Avoid leaning back. Instead, have your glutes and core meet in the middle, stiff like that plank. Once you've done your 10, park it with control, trade off with your training partner or me, and we'll do 10.
So we've talked about the hinge today. That breath, you can hear it here. Strong exhale as the hips snap through. Breathe in on the down, exhale on the out. As well, we're maintaining that core brace the whole time. So even in your deep hinge, have that tree trunk with you.
We'll be progressing our swing later today, so in a moment it'll be 1 arms. If you're unfamiliar with the 1-arm swing, just come back to that 2-handed swing, but until then, it's time to get up. So with or
get down.
Hands, that's right.
And then get up, and then get down.
Cuddle that bell, Lauren, and cue us up.
And then get down, and then get up. All right, let's do our first get up. Well, really, it's our third. From the cuddle position, with or without your bell, roll and press. Hip drive, hand, bridge sweep, hand leaves floor, square up. Both legs, think of the forcing, pushing into the floor, and then pulling yourself down. Front foot, rotate, hinge, sweep. Elbow away from your elbow. 2 hands, pull down, cuddle.
Swivels after that. Let that sigh out. We were talking about interesting sounds you make in the studios here. You go a long way. Let it relax. Take a big breath in and get prepared to do it again. So we cuddle. We roll in the 2-hand press. Firm grip on that kettlebell. Drive the hip to elbow. Tall sit. We sweeping. Rather, we are sweeping. And
We
then
be
square.
sweeping.
And tall stand. Take your stride back down with control. Open windmill. Look at that kettlebell from here on out. Tall sit. Elbow to your back. 2 hands. Return it. And maybe switch that combination to get up. A different way, but also maybe with no hands.
So we've been working on our 2-handed swings, which we
Yeah.
eased into. Now we're going to take it down to single arm swings. You may change your weight depending on what you were using. You may say the same. We're going to do the same routine. Ian's going to do 5 single arm swings here. That off arm is coming to the rack position. Other arm is extended at chest height and loading up the hips and the abs.
I'll go 5 on one, and Lauren's team will go 5 on the other. Giving ourselves just about as much rest to work here. 5 swings. We can finish in this position here, or Lauren, what else can we do? I'll do it. Touch the
Touch the
bell.
bell. If you find that off arm doesn't know what to do and it's going everywhere, it swings back with you, touch the bell. Swings back, touch the bell. Then you'll keep your shoulders square to the front of the room and the off arm alone will learn that pattern.
This is A+, but so too is this. Any tactic that you can employ to prevent the twist is a winning strategy here for those one-arm swings. After that 5, let's do that one more time each for 5 and 5.
In between our time off swings, we're staying loose. So if you're swinging with Ian, you better be tight. If you're with me here, shake it out, take a little break. We want that tension, but we also want that relaxation.
Relaxation. If you're with me also now, you're slowing down that breath. In slow and out slower. If you're with Lauren, it's the ya effort, the hiya effort when the hips are exploding through.
Feel those abs.
Easy on those abs. Rather easy on your hand.
That's strong like a tree trunk. That's right.
Last set of 5.
One more set of 5 for Team Ian here. Loading up the hinge. Keeping the core brace. Exhale as the hips snap through. Arm extended out front. Oh,
That's my second set of 5. And up to Team Lauren here to do that last set. 5, 4. Slow down the breath with me, but power up the breath with Lauren there. Whew. There's one more thing to do. But again, go back to that 2-hand swing if this single arm drill is a little too advanced for you. We have cleans coming up, but first, one more, get up.
surprise, surprise.
Surprise. So clear the space. 2 bells are a little bit cumbersome with that, so making sure that you
Oh, it's
feel
okay. It's not that bad.
safe and ready.
Come back down to the floor. What? It's not.
Sometimes you're never right, and that's okay.
No, it's not that bad down here with 2 bells.
Okay.
You don't need that much. I'm trying to promote you don't need that much room.
That's right.
We always hear, I don't have any room. This is all the room you need. All right. Same thing first side. Cuddle. Roll. Press. Using that hip drive pull on the elbow. Hand. As we do our get up here, take your time and breathe throughout. When you feel you need that right here, use it. And then control the down. Step, as Ian said here, eyes are up on the bell now. Sweep, elbow, remember strong leg board, push away. Control the down and cuddle. Whoa, take your time there. I turned my back to the camera there, but it's for safety reasons. Butt over the bell instead of head.
You got it. Sitting here, just resting, what went well? What's that one last cue that you're gonna finesse on this last repetition for the get up right now? Mine is my firm grip, my pat shoulder off the kettlebell.
Mine's to not be weebly wobbly in my lunge.
No wibble wobble. So cuddle, roll and press, set up the stance, and drive the hip. Tall sit next. It's a bridge, a sweep. Press the floor away and square up that lunge. Full body tension. Pull yourself down, taking your time. No crash bang, and now look at that bell. Sweep. Elbow, and to your back. Cuddle it down, and come on up one last time with no hands. Nice pistol there, Lauren.
Thanks.
Move that off to the side. And one last time here today as a warm-up, we'll do our kettlebell clean. So Lauren, show us what that's about. It starts out in front. It's that hike pass. and zip up a coat, staying nice and tight to the body for 5 repetitions. Hike and zip it up. Return to the hike pass and zip. Up to 5 repetitions. And again, being strong. Arrive with that kettlebell in the rack position with your abs already set. Other examples of that could be our cheek clean. And down. And down.
We've worked on these progressions over the past couple weeks. If you feel like you want to work on that, go ahead. Otherwise, I guess Ian's going to do this set like this. A couple continuous swings there for this set. We understand that cleans are a very awkward movement. This is a comment we hear very frequently. That's okay. That's normal. Just do more.
More overall, but high quality reps in between. So 5 repetitions, and Team Lauren back to that hike pass and zip up the coat. It's a super firm grip when that kettlebell's behind you, and then a punching through that handle grip to assemble in the rack position.
Unfortunately, you can't sorry, Ian. Other side for Team Ian here. Unfortunately, you can't slow this move down to really show it. But I almost release that bell as I'm punching through, so that at the top of that clean, I make sure I'm maintaining that nice straight forearm and not letting that wrist bend over. And that is an integral part. You will feel some weight and maybe even some light bruising on that back of the arm. I call it building up your arm meat. So you just kind of have to get used to having that load on the back of your arm.
But enough talking, Lauren. Go Team Lauren one more time.
Oh, we're doing it again.
One more side.
I was chit-chatting.
Up to 5 repetitions and just finish with integrity. If you're feeling that you're starting to really use that low back to get it up there, we need to stop. Same thing with the arm. Trust and build strength in the hips. That the arm is clearly holding onto the load, but it's your hips powering it up.
One of my favorite sayings is a clean is a single arm swing that ends in the rack position. So it's the hips that come through, that punch, that grip, drafts the bell into that rack position. Breathe, and then remember, no Elvis here. Both hips forward.
No twists. So one last time for that Team Lauren, up to 5 repetitions. It's into the rack, down the body, and up. Repeating for up to that 5 on the last one. Put it down quietly, because quiet means efficient. And same thing for us last time.
So keeping that bell really tight to the body is also an important feature of our clean. If you were to be standing in an alleyway or just in front of a wall, you wouldn't hit me. You wouldn't hit that wall. Keep it tight on the down and the up. The further away from the body you get, the more arc you get, the more smash bang.
That's right. It's all about that efficiency.
It's time
to press. And to squat. Just before we hit play,
took the words right out of my mouth,
or record on our practice today, Lauren decided to grab that 24 kilogram kettlebell to do her get-ups with, which politely gave me a little nudge to get my heavier bell. So I will be switching out to a different bell. So
I'm not pressing the 24.
Bell for you. Find the right bell for you.
For clarity there, I'm pressing something a little bit lighter than the 24, still a good sized weight. Today's routine is brought to you by my favorite number, the number 3.
Threes.
We are going to take our bell, press it 3 times in our right, put it down. Press it 3 times in our left, put it down. Clean the bell to the rack position. Goblet, that's next week. Clean the bell to the goblet position, squat it 3 times, put it down. Let's
rest.
do it.
Maybe we'll get some rest in there.
Maybe like 3 seconds. Stay on theme here. All right, first arm, 3 reps. Or your number. Hip hinge, grip, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice. When I'm pressing a bell for presses, that's a good sentence, reps, I like to bring my bell into that rack position via my cheek clean, so I'm starting right over top of our bell. We will be comboing everything next week and doing a clean and a press, so stay tuned for that, but practice your setup for your heavier presses. Ian steps behind his bell, whatever works for you, but consistency. Okay, same thing, second side. I find those heavier presses, I like to have that firm double grip to pick it up. Now, either with the same bell or a different bell, we'll do a quarter turn of that. Step right over top like a deadlift. We're gonna hinge, grip the top, re-grip down the horns, our goblet position. Here we go. Hinge, grip, pull, catch. Adjust your stance to your squat. Pull yourself down. Hup. 2 more. Pull down. Hup. And last one. And up. Use your hinge to put the bell down. Take a second off. In those squats, our goal is to break parallel. Would you like to give me a side profile there, Ian? Our goal is to break parallel with our butts, getting it slightly lower than those knees. But what we want to avoid is this rounded shape and that tuck in the low back. So if that means you don't break parallel yet, no problem. Stay slightly higher, but prioritize that nice long spine.
I did some extra reps on that squat, so I deserve
And I did some talking.
more rest. And if not, I think we can go for those 3. Are you ready? Do you have the bell that you could do 3 again? If not, maybe drop your repetitions to 1 or 2, or better yet, maybe drop your load to a slightly lighter kettlebell or dumbbell.
First side.
Time to press again. So I cheat clean into that rack, feet heavy, full press 1, inhale down for 2, and 1 more. There's our 3, rack to the floor. Shake it out in between. Review what went well, what could you improve? Mine again is the power of this pinky to crush that kettlebell and to consistently press up overhead with confidence. I can do this. Can you? Either rhetorical or answer out loud helps. So cheek clean into the rack, full body tension for 1. Breath in, down, 2, and that fist of fury out to the side. Full body tension to rack and the floor. With very little rest, let's address our kettlebell in that cheek clean to rack, and then we'll open up our stance for our 3 squats. Hinge, clean, adjust your stance, pull low and top. Pull and stand. Low and up. Return barehanded.
Excellent. When we're in that goblet position too, remembering our elbows staying tight, which we're practicing for next week for those single side loaded squats, as well as the bell is slightly just off of your body. So never resting on your chest, never just hanging out. Active position.
It's out front, but it's the strength of the back to keep the kettlebell secure.
Round 3 here.
Is that enough rest for you, Lauren?
Yeah, I'm good. You good?
I'm ready to rock.
Okay.
That means I grabbed a good bell.
Round 3. Here we go. Over top of our bell, first side presses, up to 3 presses here. Hinge, pull, catch. 1, 2, 3. Pull it down, park it, take it out.
I love how repeatable that feels right now. I'm working just sub-maximal. If I were to do a set of 5 or 6, I might not be able to do that again. But 3s and 3s and 3s, you can assemble those reps under that nice heavy load.
Second side, same routine. Hip hinge, cheek clean to rack. 1, 2, 3. Nice. We've talked about that core in the past episodes as being that shock-like spring. So think about that. As you're pressing, you load it and then boom, push off of it.
That's right.
Same with our squats. Keep that tension on the spring as we're squatting here, keeping that body nice and upright and pulling ourselves down. We're over top of our bell to the goblet position, hip hinge, pull, catch, adjust stance, pull down, push out on the floor. Pull yourself down. Feel those adductors on your pull down, like you're driving your heels together. Hinge, park, up without. Whoa. Breathe in.
3 sets. Take that extra breath. Practice those high tension moments like the squats and the press, but also some of the loosey-goose moments in between that can help restore blood flow as well as make you feel that nice relaxation you deserve after a nice hard work. 3 sets down, Lauren. We have lots of time left. What's your magic number remaining here?
We're gonna do 2 more.
Excellent. I was
gonna go 3 by 3 by 3, but then I looked at the clock and we were just whizzing here.
Whizzing by.
But if you have to go, you've done a great amount of work. That's all you need to do in a day. Doesn't have to be crazy. But if you're sticking around, let's do some more presses. Hip hinge, grip bell. Pick it up, press it. 1, how's your spring working? 2, are your butt cheeks squeezing? 3, those off-arm tensions. And park. Remember that whole body helps you with the press. You're driving down into the floor to get your bell overhead. You're pulling your kneecaps up to engage your quads. You're squeezing your cheeks, firing up the cylinder. Same thing, second side. Hinge.
Barking like a dog.
Don't laugh before presses. 2, 3. Nice. Park. Presses are one of those activities where I get my serious face on,
Game face on.
especially when you're pressing heavy. No chit chat in that practice. Over top of your bell. Hip hinge. Pull catch. 5 squats. 3 squats. 1, 3's enough. Pull those heels together. Push them out. Pull them together. Press them away. And park. Whew.
Nice. We have one more set. Drop that weight if you can't hit those numbers of 3s, or just put it in your mind memory bank for the next time. And if 3s are easy, just stay tuned for next week.
Combo
where we'll
platter.
Combo platter that together with cleans, squats, and presses. Oh my. But until then, make sure you're safe. Take a couple extra seconds and set that intention again. Whether it's heavy feet, squeeze butt cheeks, or fists of fury out to the side. One last set. Overhead press.
Stop thinking about combo platters.
Let's go.
I am.
So I'm loaded. I'm ready to go. Hike pass, rack position, full body 1, 2, and last.
Whew. Sorry, when you said you were ready, I went.
Good. Well, if you're ready, wait for me a little bit, but definitely go ahead. That means you know what you're doing, which is encouraging too. Same thing, other side. Last set of 3. Hike pass, rack, 1, rack, 2, 3.
And remember, Ian is saying that hike pass because he's standing behind his bell a little bit.
right.
For us right over top, it's keeping it tight, still using those hips. Just a little note in case you were wondering about what he's saying.
But for the squat, I do stand right over top like Lauren instructed there. So let's go one last set of 3 squats. Hinge, clean, adjust your stance, personalize your stance for 2 more repetitions. Up, and one more time. Up, and body weight down. Shake and wiggle.
Excellent. Well, that was great, but we're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
Unless you want to be done.
That's right.
We would like to practice a couple rounds of our single arm
One last
swings for reps. Okay? Okay. What we're going to do here is I'm going to do 5 single arm swings on my first arm. Then Ian's going to do 5. Then I'm going to do 5 on my second arm. Then Ian's going to do 5. To prepare us for next week on round 2, we are going to do a swing and a clean, and a swing and a clean, and a swing and a clean on our first arm, park it, repeat. Okay? Let's aim
6 rounds?
6 rounds, 3 of each.
All right.
All right? If you don't want to practice those cleans, you can do this all with your single arm swings. You can also do this all with 2-handed swings if you're working on those.
You got it. So right now, let's just focus on 5 one-arm swings. From the hike pass to the swing out front. Return to that hike pass for 5. It's the breathing match and the full body tension. Follow one of us. So if you're going already, enjoy some rest. And if you're listening to me, I'll be
taking a
quiet
break.
and let's swing.
It's break time for us while Team Ian does their 5 single arm swings. Feet rooted, shin staying vertical as your hips go back. Load up that slingshot, driving the hips through.
We've maintained our breath and our talking abilities so far. It might get a little quieter as this will represent the most cardio or the hardest heart rate components of our workout today. It's 5 swings, follow one of us, and then let's go again.
All right, Team Ian here. Round 2 of 5 single arm swings. Always coming to that chest height, off arm still swinging with you, hips back, hips through. Strong coordinated breath. So as explained here, it's going to be a swing, a clean, a swing, a clean, a swing, a clean.
That's 3 of each. And the Lauren would start with that long lever on the elbow, and then a short lever rack, a long lever out front, and a short lever in the rack. 1 more of each is 6 total reps, 3s of each. Park it, shake it, rest, and let's go for us.
Team Ian. We're working on this little setup for next week so that we can transition between a single arm swing and that clean, maybe even throwing in a press and a squat. Stay tuned for that. Here, let's just work on those 2 basic movements and we'll add on later.
Again, it's a long arm out front and a clean, the rack. No matter what position, shoulder blade is retracted and tight to the body. It helps make the grip on the hand lighter as we share that load. I believe that's 3. Those rests come around quick. Let's do it again.
Team Ian here for the swing and then the clean. Yeah, come forward a little bit. Get set up. 3 of this. As you're doing this too, I want you to stick it for 1 second in your rack and then go. Lastly, about that rack position, you absorb it. You're strong like a tree. Don't let that bell pull you to the side and then come back forward.
We don't want a huge impact, but we want to be ready for it in case it is there. So up the body, 5 full swings though, it's those straight arms. 5. Those are not a piece of cake, but I think they're going to feel easier than the cleans.
They are. Oh, get that hair to your eyes. 5 single arm swings, Team Ian. Pull to the zipper. Drive those hips through. On top of all those other things you're thinking about, we're playing a little bit of chicken. So as that bell falls, don't move, don't move, don't move. Better move.
We've done bodyweight swings of those drills, bodyweight drills of those swings to represent what Lauren talked about. The arm, the kettlebells out front, and we're as tall as we can, for as long as we can, and then we hinge, and then repeat.
That keeps the bell tight to the body, loads up the core, and make sure we're engaging those cheeks. Team Ian's another set of 5 single arm swings here. Strong exhale. Feet rooted. Breathe. Make it explosive. We are back to our combo here. Swing clean.
Finishing off that second of 3 sets. Long arm, short arm. Long arm. Awesome pause in the rack. Pause in the rack lets us know that it's arrived and you're not moving versus kind of moving with that kettlebell. Anti-rotation exercise, those single arm swings.
Another cue I gave this week in real life class was you're not jumping.
Straight arms, folks.
Whoops. You're not jumping up when you're clean. You're still doing your hinge back and your hip drive through. It's just that the bell is coming up your body. So avoid that up-down motion in both the swing and the clean.
It's front and back. You're tall in the middle, but your energy is going back on the backswing and forwards on the swing or on that clean. 3s and 3s. That's 1 more each for that team of yours, Lauren. And then it's that final second part of the second set here with me.
When you're ending in that rack position, take a split second and think, where is that bell landing? Ideally, that bell is resting mainly on your forearm, and it might graze your bicep depending on how big they are. But it should mainly be on your forearm because that's where we press from. If it starts resting on your bicep, you're probably having it in this like position. You can't go anywhere from here. Tight.
Tight. Because it links really well to the press as well as the squat. Third and final round, it's 5 swings. How are your hands? My calluses are saying, oh man, not too much more. So maintain those grips. Stay strong.
Mine are saying they're okay, they're a little hot. They're gonna make it. 5 single arm swings. Never rip your hand open. It's not worth the 2 or 3 weeks of recovery. If you're getting to that point, take a break, watch, drink water, take it easy. It's not worth that full rip of the hand.
I drank my water today, represented by the puddle of sweat on the floor. Pretty happy with how our heart rates are going. How was yours? Whether it's kettlebells helping our bike helping our bells. It's really nice to see our efforts being somewhat rewarded.
All right, last set for Team Ian on straight swings, and then we have 1 more round each side of our swing and clean. But all the rules still apply. The heavy feet, Vertical shins, hips, and breath. Try to keep that under control through our last set.
Short, long arm, short arm. Pause on that rack for one extra second, and then out and up into the rack. We press to the rack. Next week we'll squat. Maybe get some extra exercise for you this week. Walk around with that kettlebell in either low or rack position. Build that strength.
All right, team man, first side here. Swing clean, swing clean, swing clean. Last time of this. We have that firm grip when we're swinging, and then that light grip as we punch through the bell. Firm and punch. Park with control. Last set.
Last set. That sounds really, really nice. Finish with integrity. We've been strong throughout today's practice, so make sure you finish nice and strong as well. However, we do hope this is one of the harder sets for you in today's practice. I know my non-dominant left hand and hips feel the same.
That's right. And you may notice that in your swings and clean, that one side feels no problem, body knows how to do it easily, and then you get that non-dominant side and it's a little bit wonky. That's okay. Also normal. Guess what the answer is? Keep practicing.
Keep practicing.
Consistency. Let's do a nice breathing drill to finish up today. So standing up tall, feet on the floor, however is comfortable for you. Mouths are closed, nostrils are open. You can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest if you like, or just stand regular. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Which hand moved? Maybe a little bit of top, but let's try to expand that rib cage with that bottom hand out and then the bottom hand in. Let's breathe in again for 4, 3, 2, and exhale for 4, 3, 2. In for 4, out for 4. In for 4. Let's hold for 4. And then exhale. Again, in for 4. Hold for 4. Let's breathe in again for 4. Exhale for 4. Tricky. Hold empty for 4. Repeat one more time. In. Hold. In more. Exhale. Hold empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work.
Strength and swings on a Tuesday. Complete.
Complete.
Complete. 40, 45 minutes.
Unless you haven't liked this video, then you should just hit the thumbs up button.
Or visit our website.
Or visit our
blog,
Patreon page.
Have a drink of water. No matter what you
How to drink water?
have a drink. Yeah.
Oh, have a
water.
drink. Oh, I thought you meant a
Fresh,
blog
drink
post
it.
on how to drink water.
No, that's not a bad idea. Those simple things.
Open your mouth.
All right, those simple things aren't always easy. So in this practice, we play with our strength, with our kettlebell. On Thursdays at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we work on those squats, those plies, and those soft skills of movement with inspiration from the ballet.
Open up those
Saturdays,
hips.
What do we do Saturdays?
Saturday, we play with our body weight strength, progressing our crawling and core skills towards an upside down position.
Called the handstand. So
Lots of progressions
we
there.
hope you come back. Thank you very much for being here today, either live or in the archive. And until next time, I will still be Ian. This will still be Lauren. We'll probably still be sweaty. And take care. Stay strong, and let's train soon. Have a good day.
Goodbye.